Morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak, sponsored by Renaissance Bank. Today is Tuesday, September 11th, and I'm your host, Elizabeth Walters. We're going to take a look at today's top news and sports stories across Northeast Mississippi. But first, a look at your weather forecast. Today, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 82, and tonight's low will be around 66. And over the next 3 days, on Wednesday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 88 and a low of 69. On Thursday, sunny skies with a high of 92 and a low of 70. And on Friday, sunny skies with a high of 92 and a low of 69. And on the 17th anniversary of 9/11, we do remember the lives that were lost, and we'll have coverage on djournal.com throughout the day from events around our area. And looking now at some of our top headlines. While Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton has opposed any type of food truck ordinance, a majority of the city council is in favor of one, and Shelton's administration is working now on a draft ordinance to present to the board. The proposed ordinance will likely prohibit mobile vendors from operating on public property alongside roads classified as major thoroughfares. This would include virtually all of Main and Gloucester streets, and the other possibility being discussed is designating operating zones where mobile vendors could park and operate on public property, including near major thoroughfares. City Attorney Ben Logan is drafting the ordinance, and this comes after Saltillo recently enacted its own ordinance. City Hall leaders have to have an ordinance debate and to put a vote on one by sometime in October. And following the sudden passing of Lafayette County Sheriff F.D. Buddy East, the Board of Supervisors have named an interim chief. John Hill was named chief deputy 2 months ago by East, and supervisors did name him as the interim over the weekend. East passed away last Saturday, and that was within 90 days of the next regular special election date. So there will not be a special election to choose a permanent replacement. Hill will serve as interim sheriff until January of 2020, when the newly elected sheriff is formally sworn into office. East was first elected sheriff in 1972 and was reelected 11 straight times. His 46 years in office made him the longest tenured sheriff in the state, and now that honor goes to Lafayette County Sheriff Ricky Banks, who was elected in 1979 and took office in 1980. Funeral service for East will be held at 11 a.m. this Friday at North Oxford Baptist Church. And property owners in Lee County could likely see a small tax increase. The Board of Supervisors has scheduled a meeting for this Friday to vote on a proposed budget, and if it's approved without any changes, it will require a tax levy bump of $0.5 or about $5 of new tax for every $100,000 of property value. The revenue generated by this levy will be used to repay money borrowed to go toward the purchase of about 500 acres of land in West Tupelo, the new business and industrial park called the Hive, and it'll also go toward the purchase of new ballot counting machines and lands for ambulance substations near Town and Shannon. As it currently exists, the budget proposed does not include any raises for anyone other than the 2% cost of living increase. And supervisors will meet to discuss this and vote on it at 9 a.m. on Friday. And in sports, when Ole Miss takes on #1 Alabama this weekend, one Rebel will not only face his home state school, but also his brother. Cavante Ruggs briefly played in the Rebels season opener against Texas Tech before having to leave the game with a concussion early in the first quarter. And if he is cleared for concussion protocol as expected this week, the linebacker will face his wide receiver brother, Henry Ruggs III, who's a sophomore and was a 5-star recruit for the Crimson Tide. Last year, the elder Ruggs caught an 8-yard touchdown, had a 22-yard kick return, and 16-yard punt return, and Alabama's 66-3 win. So far, he has 5 catches for 71 yards this season. Along with Cavante, head coach Matt Luke said DeMarcus Lodge is also probable for this weekend's game in Oxford. And that'll do it for Newsbreak on this Tuesday. Don't forget that this show is one of the many online offerings courtesy of Daily Journal that gets you news off the page and on the go. Each story discussed on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Walters. Have a great afternoon.